Our experience at Charlotte Christian has been so positive. My son has changed so profoundly. He's so joyful and just loves coming to school.
This is my 29th year in middle school education, and it's an honor and a pleasure to serve that role here at Charlotte Christian School. Our middle school philosophy is found in our response to the question, what does a developmentally responsive, Christ-centered, future-ready middle school look and sound like? That means our curriculum is rigorous and challenging, and that our expectation is that our students are having an experience with depth in addition to coverage. The research tells us 75% of the content that middle schoolers get, they're going to see again. So we want to work hard to develop the habits and attitudes that are the foundation for lifelong learning. So we're challenged to implement a curriculum that asks students to deal with nuance and complexity. We're constantly exploring and sharing different ways to engage students through instruction in a developmentally appropriate way that challenges them precisely where they're showing us they are in terms of the material.
We put the students at the center of our instruction rather than the teachers. We take our curriculum and we use a wide variety of instructional strategies and practices to ensure that we meet the diverse needs of all of our learners.
One of the most important things that we do is design the instructional program for our students. And in that, it's important that we monitor those trends that are happening in education. We're looking for what research is telling us about best instructional practice. What are the most influential and impactful ways that we can teach students, and it's imperative that we guide our teachers so that it then impacts the day-to-day classroom instruction.
We want the kids to have an accurate picture of who they are and where they are, and as this is discovered, we come alongside of them and we challenge them. We recognize that middle schoolers are developing a sense of autonomy. We address the issue by making sure that students are met on their individual ability levels with the idea of choice. Independent reading is a personal choice. Vocabulary is calibrated at an individual pace. And we offer conference times. We have a wonderful resource in our writing center with upper schoolers who are able to assist and to help students with their writing.
In the middle school, the process of developing critical thinking has to take into account that students are moving from concrete to abstract thinking. We want to create environments where students are participating in an iterative and authentic experience that require them to explore their thinking, revise their thinking as they collaborate to solve problems.
One of the things that we know is that students never stop learning how to read. Just because students can decode words does not mean that the reading process is mastered. We seek high-interest strategies such as murder mystery to develop inference skills, or using popular song lyrics to develop theme. We recognize there is no one-size-fits-all.
All of our interactions with the faculty have been positive and loving to where they want our children to grow into the best version of themselves that they can be. We've just been thrilled with how the faculty has assisted in pulling the best out of our kids.
Our goal at the end of the middle school experience is our students being able to say, I know how I learn. I know who I am as a scientist, as an artist, as a mathematician, as an author, and as a speaker. I know what study strategies work best for me. I know my interests, my strengths, areas where I need to work harder, and I know how to self-advocate with teachers when I don't understand something.
I felt like I've grown a lot since the 6th grade. I have improved in my leadership skills, writing abilities, and just not backing down from any situation.
I think my children have grown and flourished here because they have been pushed forward in their leadership skills and what it means to be a leader and what it means to be a part of a Christian community.
We wanted to find a school that would help partner with us in terms of making sure that Christ remains centered to our children's lives. This is a school, this is going to be an environment that certainly looks at the whole child. They look at the whole embodiment of that child.
Since the primary developmental task of children this age is to establish their identity, the goal of our Spiritual Life program is to have our students really understand who they are in Christ.
We encourage our middle school students to take a more active role in planning and leading chapel.
Not only do we get the chance to experience incredible worship bands during chapel and incredible speakers, but we also get the chance to do it ourselves with a program called the House Chaplains. And in this program, we get to teach others about our walks and how they can strengthen their walks with Christ.
We try to create environments where students can be curious, can ask the questions that help them really clarify and define what their faith is to them.
We know that they're interested in, putting our children out there in the best position to live out their faith once they leave this place, and that's an exciting place to be, and we've been very pleased with that.
One of the most important things that we do is to select teachers and to support teachers to be the very best instructors that they can be.
I have been so blessed with many opportunities for professional development here. Most recently, I have been involved in an innovation and technology cohort. This group of teachers from all divisions and all subjects get together monthly to discuss innovative instructional practices. And then we take these innovative practices back to our teams and discuss how we can implement them in the classroom.
The teachers at Charlotte Christian School are dedicated followers of Jesus who love students, who are passionate about their content. They are masters of their craft. And they are exposed to different types of strategies and instructional practices that ensure that students have multiple practices, multiple exposures, and that they are experiencing a diverse learning opportunity in the classroom.
Our kids were little at the time. We didn't know what their interests would be, whether it be athletics or fine arts or robotics. So we wanted a school that had a wider array of offerings.
Our electives and co-curricular programming are determined by several factors. We want our students to have choice, where they're able to pursue a particular passion or polish a particular talent or gifting. We also want them to explore a new interest. It's an opportunity to have exposure to authentic audiences through competitions and performances.
I love coming to work every day. I love getting to know these students. I love teaching them something new, and I love being able to share my faith with them.
Here are the things I know. Culture may change, trends may change. However, adolescents will always developmentally have the same inherent needs. They need to feel loved, they need to belong. They need accountability, and they need grace.
Now that we've been through it and are kind of seeing both sides, it makes me even more excited for my kids in lower school, for my kids in middle school, to know what's coming ahead.
It's about building their character, it's about building them spiritually, it's about building their academics so that they have success when they leave here, not just to have them sheltered and taken care of while they're here, but so when they leave here, that they can defend their faith and then they can go to great schools and that they can make a difference.